It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day and the much anticipated ranch tour. Guys, we did it. We hit 100,000 subscribers this morning. So how amazing is it that this happened when Greg and I were up here at our property and in the beginning of June, where we can kick off Pride Month too. So to celebrate this momentous occasion, all of the merch, including the Pride merch, which is back up in the shop, will be, all the profits will be donated to an LGBTQ plus charity of your choice. So please, in the comments, if you could let me know a charity that's near and dear to your heart that supports LGBTQ plus, I will choose from your suggestions, and all of the proceeds from the entire shop for the whole month of June will go to that charity. So let's celebrate. Here's the ranch. This is the place. This is where Greg and I come up. We purchased this property in August of 2018. Hannah and I actually came up here to do a installation at Mountain Crest. Some of you are familiar with Mountain Crest Gardens in Fort Jones, the largest distributor of cold hardy cactus and succulents in the galaxy. And they had me come up and do a cold hardy succulent tapestry install, and I fell in love with this area. It was kismet. We were sitting at a restaurant, Hannah and I, and we were flipping through a magazine, a real estate magazine, saw a picture of this house, made an appointment to come look at it, and 2 months later, we owned it. Greg didn't even see it before we came up to close, but it's phenomenal. This is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath ranch that was built in 1994. It's an absolute dream. We just love it. We're on 5 acres here. We are also on our own well. So you will note my brown grass because I won't water it. We just have to figure out something else. But in the meantime, because we aren't up here that often, and as I've told you, the deer are eating everything in my yard, I'm trying to plant some trees. So I've got a little maple tree over there by that antique plow that I just planted this week, and we are going to be caging that before we leave. Here's the dogwood, guys. Remember last year when we planted the dogwood and we caged it? It's not, necessarily very pretty, but it did the trick because the dogwood's thriving. Our neighbors that live across the forest come over and let their horses graze in our pasture, and they throw water on the dogwood for me, and it's doing great, and the fencing is working, so yay. Up here, every time I come up, I buy 2 hanging baskets of flowers because, I gotta have something, right? We have 1,100 square feet of covered porch on this property too, which we absolutely love. And I'll show you up here. This is kind of cool. We got our jacuzzi. And check this out. Our son had this made special for us for Christmas a couple of years ago. It's my hot mess sign. Isn't that fun? So naturally, I have that out here at the ranch. Okay, plenty of rocking chairs for friends and family to sit. And now we'll take you inside and show you the ranch. I want to say I decorated this myself. Greg and I have rented properties our entire 30 plus years of marriage, and I never really had an opportunity to decorate, so be gentle. But it's a farmhouse. Come on in. Welcome. You want to start in the library, Greg? Yeah, there she blows. This is the library/office, and all of the books, most all of the books, some I brought from home, but most of them I purchased from a thrift store in town. All of the paperbacks were $1 and the hardbacks were $1. It took me about 2.5 years to fill the bookcases, but it was just so fun. Every time we came up, I went and bought $50 or $60 worth of books from my bookshelves, and now I'm trying to read them all. There's really no rhyme or reason. You know, we love antiquing, so we hit all of the antique malls and bought lots of fun decorative things to put up in the property. All of the furniture, for the most part, the new stuff we purchased through Wayfair, sight unseen. I got really, really lucky with it. Yeah, the rugs, the lamps, the couches, all of it. This actually is the most comfortable fold out. It folds out into a full-size bed, so when we have the entire family here, this turns into a bedroom as well. This is basically our only antique, legit. Do you remember what this thing's called, Greg?
Mm-mm.
There's a name for it, this chest, but
I forgot.
It's really old, and we just love it. So there that is. And check this out. We got this at a little fun boutique in Wairika called the Thoughtful Nest. Tell them about this, Greg.
That's a little Jeep Willys, and the lights will work once I get a 12-volt converter to put on, but the lights do work. So
I just don't know how I feel about headlights blasting into my living room, but I will allow it if it's what he wants. Yeah, so this is where we spend time visiting, reading. I sit right here every single morning with my coffee, and I look out at my beautiful view, and I make a little fire in my wood stove and answer all of your emails and read all of your comments. That's where I do that. A couple of years ago, we had a little family reunion up here. You can see the succulent babies were pretty little. The girls are now 2 and Griffin is 4. But that was one of the most magical times of my entire life. Having my whole family up here was amazing.
got to show them Griffin's cars.
Oh yes, and the OG succulent baby loves cars. So over the last few years we've been here, we have started a collection for him. And the girls obviously get to play with them too, but Griffin was the impetus for this collection. And he'll FaceTime us, and we'll drive the cars with him on FaceTime.
Yeah, he picks out a certain car when we come over here, and he said he wants Papa to drive it.
Yeah, it's really cute. Then this is the dining room, and this table and buffet we actually purchased from the owner of the home prior to us, who was also the builder. This house was built in '94, and they were the original owners, and were getting up there in age and wanted to be closer to their kids and felt it was time to sell. So we were very, very fortunate because this house is so, so nice. Here's the kitchen, and back here we have the mudroom and a guest bath. And then this door goes out into our garage. And out in the garage, we have a refrigerator and a freezer, which is just fabulous. I love having that extra storage. Yeah, here's a little guest bath. Fun, fun, fun. We had so much fun buying all the stuff for this place. Okay, let's head on upstairs. First stop is the nursery. And the succulent babies are growing up, and pretty soon we'll have to get rid of the crib and maybe work on some bunks, but for now it works. It was only the one time that we had all 3 kids up here at once, and we had a pack and play for one of the babies that we put in our bedroom, which is the biggest room. So we can put, right now, we can do two in here in the nursery at a time. And this is the washer and dryer.
They really want to see the washer and dryer.
Well, you know, I mean, I promised a tour, they're going to get a tour. Then over there in that closet this is one of my favorite places in the whole house, you guys, because of how it smells. Oh my gosh, it smells like lavender and laundry soap. It smells so good because our house in Chula Vista just smells like Bentley. There are no pets up here. Here's guest room number 1. This room has the pine floor and the white walls, and I was just inspired to make this one kind of feminine. So we call this the girls' room. This is where Hannah stays when she's up here, and Liz stays, and Alex stays. And then our son John has the other guest room, he and his wife, Marianne. We have the guest bath right here. Again, our sense of humor. So fun. Greg made most of the frames for these posters too. All right. And then guest room number 2. This is what I call the boys' room. We went, a little more cowboy, I guess. Little with started out with this little framed poster, baseball dance, Montague Hall. 1954. I don't know what it was about this, but I just fell in love with it. It was one of the first things I put in this room. And we found this old cowbell. And this was also a big deal, this print of the old farm scene behind the bed or above the bed. And it just kind of all went from there, We found this old stop sign. And just old fun kind of rustic stuff. The beds are all pretty much the same in the guest rooms, queen size, and the bedding in this room is Eddie Bauer. Yeah, I mean, and these little curtains, these came with the house too. It's another thing that I love about the ranch, because it's so private and there's really nobody around. We don't need curtains or blinds on most of the windows. There's just no need for it. And all of the covered porches keep the windows super clean, which is also a huge bonus. In this old trunk, I've got winter blankets and quilts. And then here's the boom boom room. This is where the magic happens, people. My bedroom, Greg's bedroom. I spend quite a bit of time up here as well. I like to read up here. We do watch TV from time to time. At some point, we may shiplap that wall behind the bed. But for the most part now, almost 4 years in, we're just really enjoying, just enjoying everything here. We got these architectural salvage looking shelves, and, just more family photos and books and fun things that spoke to Greg and I.
Yeah, family's very important to us.
Yes, it's everything. And your family. So, yeah, people, you, our kids, our grandkids. And then here's our bathroom. We've got a little jacuzzi tub and shower, and yeah, it's just really nice. It's very roomy. There are beautiful, beautiful views from basically every room in the house. We'll take you downstairs now and show you the view that we have from our backyard. You know, it was so funny how this was just so meant to be, because when we came by to see the house, we were just going to do a drive-by, and this is on the end of a private road. And I was a little uncomfortable about driving down the private road, and sure enough, the owner was right out front. So I rolled down the window and I'm like, I'm so sorry to intrude. You know, we were just looking. She's all, oh, yeah, we're having an open house tomorrow. So why don't you just come on in? So we got a private tour by her and her husband, got to know them better. And I think that really helped us win the prize of this house. Okay. It's not the prettiest day today. It's a little chilly, a little, you know, there's a little bit of weather coming in. The wind is picking up. We're at about 3,500 feet right now, right here. So we do get snow. You know, it gets cold. But what you're looking at are the Marble Mountains. That's the Marble Mountain Wilderness. I don't know if you can see behind Greg's truck. He's working on fixing or I should say upgrading the horseshoe pit right now. But we have cows. They're not ours, but they do graze right up to our fence. Our pasture fence is just, can they see the pasture fence? That far fence? That's ours. So like I said earlier, we have a total of 5 acres here. And as we come down, you can see how the deer have eaten my yard. Eaten everything to a virtual nub. But you know what? Just letting them do it. Just letting them do it. I'm not up here enough to stop them, so what the heck ever. We'll just plant trees and hope for the best. We've got a little playground for the kids. This was also here when we bought the house. And then over, you can see our outbuildings. We have a woodshed, and then we've got another 2-car garage, and then we've got our tack room, the corral, and then the horse pasture. The goal is someday to have horses up here. I just began riding lessons in San Diego a month ago. It's been a lifelong dream of mine to ride. So horses are in my future. Super excited about that. Okay, then over here on this side of the property, we have a nice fenced orchard that bears 0 fruit. The owner told me, she's all in full disclosure, you know, we planted these fruit trees 20 years ago, and I've never gotten any fruit, and neither have I. So anything, guys? Any ideas? I have no idea why. I've got cherry, I've got pear, I've got apple, and nothing ever produces. So big mystery. What is it with me and fruit trees? I don't know. But yeah, you can see here how the salad bar, how the deer have just so enjoyed all of my shrubs. Then around here, we're about to wrap up the tour with something that has been on Greg's bucket list for as long as he can remember. He just recently got his first street rod. Why don't you tell them all about Betty, Greg?
Betty?
Yes.
Bad Betty. Bad Betty has been a dream of mine for many, 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 many years. And, you know, I'm not getting any younger. And I just figured you only live twice, right? So
His cardiac arrest reference.
Yeah. I said it was about time. So this is Betty.
Here, why don't you let me take the phone?
Okay.
And you can show him Betty.
Okay.
What is Betty?
Betty is a 1934 Ford coupe, 3-window coupe, suicide doors. Come on inside. Oop. And I know it's starting to sprinkle. Oh no.
We'll wipe her off. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
we'll wipe her off. But let me pop the hood here and I can show you. So this is my chance to do all the local car shows here in Northern California. It's something I've been wanting to do for a long time. They have a Motor on the Mountain in Weed, California. So she's going to get quite the tour.
Do you have your keys?
Yes, I do.
Why don't you fire her up there?
All right.
It's so funny. We were trying to figure out, is this a boy car? Is this, a girl car? Is this a gender neutral car? But I kept referring to it as her. So Greg and I both came up with Betty at the same time. She's Bad Betty.
It has a 350 under the hood, all aluminum radiator, all chromed out, 4-barrel carburetor, Edelbrock. The trunk pops up, and yeah, I'm going to have to yell because of you can hear how it sounds. I just love that sound. But yes, this is my pride and joy, and I'm so happy. So happy. Oh, sorry about my hand there.
Well, I love that he's happy, and rather than be jealous, we're just going to do a 3-way. So it's Greg, me, and Betty. I'm down. I'm happy with that. It's not a problem. So yeah, guys, this is the ranch. Again, please shop in the store for Pride. All of the proceeds will go to an LGBTQ plus charity. Let me know in the comments of charities that are near and dear to your heart, and I'll let you know toward the end of the month which one I have selected to donate all of our proceeds to. Love you so much, all 100,000 of you. This has been Laura and Greg up at the ranch with your tour and your succulent tip of the day. Bye, guys.